Same way you say it is the last letter, it's the last breath leaving you. When you sleep or when you die. It's a silence.
And I don't go to jump out, but tell them about that event that is coming up on the 24th.
Right, well the event, and this is not just an event, this is the day that everything's going to change. If you come to this event, you'll never look at a word the same way again. You'll have different tools to use to break down words, and you'll be able to release your mind from this 10%. Because 10 is a holding device.
True, man.
When you got a
Number 10.
When you got a tender joint, you have to hold it. Before you do anything, you get yourself tense. So 10 is a holding device. When you go down to the Roman numerals, the 10 is a cross. So a cross is another barrier that you have to get across.
A sniper.
A sniper. And if you look, everything is held where? Number 10.
Real. You know? And I'm always telling the Battle of Hastings. 10,
16. So the science is behind. So the coding language is breaking down the science behind these words. That's how they're able to achieve what they're achieving, because they're using our things. But you don't even realise.
Well, I want to jump in there because I'm quite fascinated by this man, Germans, because when Germans told me his story, right, that he was in the caravan, right? No, the caravan. He's in your
van, your van, like the Fulton horses.
He was in your van,
yeah.
And then he was going through some hard times, and then some liberation, inspiring content. But it's good to just share that.
Yeah, man.
I didn't go through no college or university to get this. I'm just the same as everybody else, just the same as you listener. So it's just to prove a point. We have the potential that's greater than any professor.
It's called critical thinking.
That's right. And when you're at school, that's the element that they don't want you to have. So they give you education. They don't give you critical
Doctrination.
Doctrination. And let's look at the word educate now. You take away the E, which means something going out. So every time you see the word E, it means to go out or something, excite something out, exchange something going out. So take away the E and look at ducate. Ducate comes from the word dukes, money. So basically, you're training you to be somebody else's wealth. That's what education is. They're training you to be a worker. Look at the word learn. Inside, take away the L in the word learn, you see the word earn. So they're teaching you. They're not teaching no business skill, no management skill. They're teaching you how to work for somebody else. Giving you information. So you're putting your inner formation that you can't break out.
What happened? What was the turning point with you when he was in the caravan?
It's just I've been living in a van for a little period of time, like 2 years, you know.
Yeah.
And it's you get a different sense of reality,
because
you just need to. Your day is just to survive. So there's different things become important to you, you know. So I was in that van for like 2 years, just surviving, and it gives you a different perspective of what it is to.
You were outside the box.
Yeah, outside the box. I was outside the box. Yeah. So it just came to one time where I was running out of money now, and I was outside Sainsbury's, and I couldn't work out. I wanted to work out whether I should buy bread or cheese, because that's all I had money left to buy. And I was just saying, boy, how do you fight this negativity in the world? How can you fight this negativity in the world? And next thing is like a bag of reasoning. My mind just opened up, and it felt like it was raining words on my head, you know. And then I just started to think, well, how do I get out of this situation? Then I started to think about I need to sort of return back to how I used to be before. And then the word return hit me. It's got 1 minute. There's two sounds in this word. No. Sorry. I said, what am I? What am I? You know. Then I started to look. Well, I'm a human. What's a human? Is a human's made up of vessels and skin and tissue. I said, what's that? What makes up this vessel? And then I said, it's electrons, molecules, protons. So I go, what's an electron and proton? What is it? What does it do?
So you kept
breaking down. So I tried to say, who am I? I need to find out who I am now. So I said, what? And then it revolves. It revolves. So I said, what does revolve mean now? Then I say, what? Revolve. Re means go back. So then I'm educated at all level. I work for the Home Office and everything. But I said, there's two sounds in this one word. And I said that every time you hear the word It means to go back, recall, remember, return, renew. I said, how come they never teach us in school?
Rebel.
Yeah, rebel. And then volve means turn. So return, well, inside the letters is 2 sounds, and the 2 sounds give you the meaning. You know. So then I started to look at the car wheels. And if you look at a car, next time you go out on the road, look at a car. The wheel is turning backwards to make the car move forward. So you have to go back to really go forward. Evolution is technology. Listen to the word technology. It's taking your knowledge away. Technology. That's the 1 minute. In the words is a sound that gives you the answer.
The science. Yes, for real that.
So this thing about God, how you look at the word God?
Why, you're going to something?
No, I just want to.
Dougie, you're going to say everything. I didn't hear that. Why? Let me just see this now. Well, the thing is basically, I'm just going to do, before I get into it properly, because you just throw it right off. But basically, they've taken away our spirituality and given us a carbon copy version for us to follow. Because when the Greeks came into Egypt, they couldn't control us because the Greeks have got this Illuminati concept that I can do anything I want, I'm God, I'm a free spirit, whatever I say goes. There's no order in what they do, they just can dictate. But they couldn't tame the African because the African was looking at a divine spirituality. So the only way they could control the African is to invent a false spirituality to suppress their spiritual nature. And if you look at the word God the other way around, you get the word dog. If you look at the word G, there was no G in the alphabet till the 6th century in Latin. So if there's no G, the G was represented by a C. So it's not a G, it's represented by a C. So you've got C-O-D. Listen to the sound of C-O-D, you've got code. So it's a code they put in practice to keep us suppressed.
Really, because when I look on God, you know, God is just government ordinance directive. God is only government ordinance directive. That's why George Bush said it is God-given right. Anytime Africans say that God never give them no right, there come a time we pray to God. Every time that we go down on our knee and we ask God for help, God said piss off.
And basically we're reasonable, we work by reasoning. They're giving us this thing they can't show no facts, proof or evidence. That's why they want you to believe. Because when you're sure of something, you don't need to believe.
A true man.
But in the word belief again, in the middle word belief is well called lie.
That's it. The science of the sound, the answer is in the letter. It also comes from the old English word belie, which means false. But it's false in a way that you believe the falseness so much that you can convince somebody else of the lie.
Take it to your reality. For real. Because it's other people define that for you.
That's right.
You know, and you follow it. You know, because you don't define for yourself. You know, see, I did have Dr. Fontaine here with me on Friday, you know, in Laura.
Oh, right.
You know, see, and she's brilliant because she's looking at it from an holistic, African holistic point of view. And she comes to the conclusion that this racial, you know, identity that they use, you know, that's why you have the footballer there get himself teaser to the ground. You understand? Because if a man can walk into a church and shoot 9 and then take him for McDonald's after, then there's something wrong in the psychic behavior of those people that call themselves upholding the Lord. You understand? So what we're looking for, you're looking for a psychopath, really, truly. You know, see, you know? And because of fear, we are afraid to tell him that, oh no, because of your behavior, you can't be world police. Because you're one of the most aggressive one out there. And you cannot be, you can't control the beauty pageant because you're not so beautiful yourself. But you see, we allow him. And now the beautifulest people want to be like the ugliest people and feel proud of it. You understand? Because we are swimming in a white supremacy cesspool.
And I think what it is as well, we're the only people on the planet that are forced to be somebody else who we're not. You'll never get a Welsh person want to be Scottish. You never get an Irish person who wants to be English. You never get an Arsenal supporter who want to be a Tottenham supporter. They'll kill themselves before they change that scarf. We're the only people on the planet who are forced to take on somebody else's culture. And if we try to do our own thing, we feel that it's not right.
Then I meant to say, the deadliest bee out there is a wannabe.
It's the wannabe.
I'm telling you why, you don't see it, you know. And this is where we are today. Where we even persecute one another.
That's right.
You go and you see a brother want to maintain in Africanness. You know when the fighting get different around and get sacked from the job.
Yeah.
Well, forget it, I'm going to play an interlude of music and we get back to some vibration. The only deep brainwashing station Galaxy. I'm in the house with my brother Dougie from SLR Radio, alongside Jammers from, you know, that Speakers Club. I'm telling you, it's going wonderful. I'm telling you, there's a lot of topic we even cover on the Speakers Club. You know, bring a lot of information, you know, to the people, you know. And I want to rise up. Dougie, one of the hosts on the program. You know,
Keep thanks, man.
and to all the people them who make it such a beautiful event, you know. You know, Jammers.
Respect to everybody who's supporting this.
And you too, you know, to bring forward a dream.
Yeah.
You know,
to make it a reality, yeah.
You don't see it, you know. Because sometimes when you have a vision, you know, you need somebody to take it to Specsavers. So all, you know, all the people like Dougie and all the people will come around. It's like we're supporting to make that vision, you know, that does not become blur.
That's right.
Because a lot of vision out to become blur. Cataract can't get in the eye. See.
And someone want to show you a different way. You know? Nobody would just go with somebody's vision. They want to give you their advice, you know.
You know, but to the level of that was the Speakers Club. And you give them the opportunity to speak and all of them things. It's wonderful.
Yeah, so basically the Speakers Club was, I read the book on decoding language.
Okay.
And part of the book is to utilise the power.
Yes,
How the mind is a device where we can bring things to reality. You know, basically they say we've got genes, but look how they spell the word gene. It's G-E-N-E. Listen to the sound of gene. You've got gene.
But let me just touch a little about the Speakers Club, because what I like about it, personally speaking, it is very structured. Yeah, and not only is very structured that people speak, never speak in a structured time.
Yeah,
so, for example, all decided to speak in a minute, 60 seconds. You know, so therefore, you know, you have to structure your reason in 60 seconds. It's a discipline.
Yes, right. Yeah.
It's a discipline, right? Also, every structure, because in fact, when I talk to people and I said to listen, you know, need some kind of structure or have some kind of order, right? Because the universe is structured, it's organized, you know. If not, it will be chaos, you know. So, while I'm going to speak up, and you have a panel, a discipline panel, who give their feedback. You see what I'm saying? Based on what audience saying and based on the topics, you see. So
the drama
and everything. So everything is structured, right? I know that everybody can feel part of that. You know, the audience, the people acting at the scene, that you make comments about the scene. For example, one of the best one was, I think what was it argument?
Dealing with difficult people.
Dealing with difficult people.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. You know, was you there? Was it there that time?
I don't think I was.
I don't think you was there at that point.
Yeah,
no,
that one was that was good. That was good.
The one that I was on, that was the one that when you were success.
Yeah,
Success.
Oh, yeah, that was a heavy one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know, just let people have a little flavour of what take place there, because what happens that, you know, you look at a subject matter, right, and there might be some using some drama, acting at that particular, and then you really go into what it means to be success, right, and have a discussion around it and really turn it on its head, and know that earlier on it's about thinking, right, and be critical and give an analytical answer or every perspective. You see what I'm saying? But what's good about it, everybody learns from it.
And that's why we really encouraging the audience to speak, because we spend our time listening to everybody else, and we don't develop what have you got to say? What is your insight?
Well, you see, that's why there's a inner voice when needs to come out. You know, inner voice. That's why the organisation I'm involved with, it's called Find Your Voice.
That's right.
You know, it's called Find Your Voice. It's about really finding that voice and expressing yourself. You know, because people only excel when they're able to express themselves.
And I think it's like if you just was on a plane crash and you was the only survivor, you would no book, no prophet, nobody to save you. The only thing that you're gonna find is your voice, your inner voice, that's gonna tell you what to do and where to go. Your inner instincts. So that's what we all have inside of us, our inner sense. And I like the word inner sense because that means pure.
And you can get in trouble just for that inner sense too, you know, because if it's not within their own framework. And this is what happened to all the if you look on it, Dougie, right? If we never have to go into this white supremacy workforce, we wouldn't even need a certificate.
It's true. It's true.
You understand? You have to have a piece of certified thing, and look who's certifying you. You understand? Just imagine you're a lion and there's a hunter and he certify you that he can catch you. And this is where we are today. You understand? Because everything the lion need to function and get it from the hunter.
Yes.
So even all the lion used to run fast, he ain't running fast anymore because that would take the hunter breath away.
Yeah.
You understand? So this is in the situation that we are in, you know. And after a while, over years, these lions doesn't go roar no more. They go meow.
Yeah, like a pussycat. Yeah, the tiptoe.
You know, see. So when you as a real lion come and roar, even the pussycat them start to call you aggressive.
Yeah.
How come you get so aggressive?
Yeah. Because you start to roar. You naturally start to roar. You know. Yeah. But and that's what they do to us. They keep us suppressed.
Yeah.
In this kind of environment,
Yeah.
So you don't really become your true self. You know, because the black man is really, he's a diamond, he's a raw diamond.
Yeah.
Right? And they know that. And what they've done, right, they suppress the black man, right, and do all kind of crazy things to him. You know, prison, mental institution, sissified him, and so on. And right back now, he's just a destruction. Not to himself, to other people as well. Right?
It's pure electric when it's short circuited.
Yes.
Yeah, just imagine. The fuse that's in your kettle is totally different from the fuse that's in your telly. You understand, you know? The amp, maybe one is a 13 amp and one is a 5 amp.
5 amp, yeah.
You understand? What they do, they put the wrong fuse in us
right.
and we burn ourselves out.
Oh, yes.
You understand? So we're not properly hurt. You know, if you look on it and then when they switch it, and when they do things wrong now, they tell you that you're negative, but you're not because they take negative and positive for even you to do stupid things. The reason why it's not working in your favor is because you're not properly hurt.
Yes.
You're not grounded.
Not grounded.
You don't know yourself.
You don't know yourself. And it comes back to the whole thing about it's very important to know yourself, because once you understand who you are, you'll have a purpose and you have a direction. We don't know who we are, that's why we have no purpose and direction. Remember the album we said earlier on? Right? We're finding other people all the time, based on lack of knowledge of oneself.
And I want to come in both of your points. You said a key point. Certificate, Sir Press. So who is this dear Sir we're talking about? What does Sir mean? Now if you listen to the sound of Sir, the first two letters you get C, and you've got the sound of the R. So they're the CRs. They see. They're the seers. They can see certain because they've been given the certificate and shown certain platforms of how to use certain techniques that open this. And if you turn Sir the other way around, what you get the sound, because each side you get the sound rise. So they say arise, Sir. So when you become a seer, they let you into certain information, and then you're allowed to rise. So you stop everybody. You suppress everybody else to stop them from rising.
No, it's a serious thing to worry with, because you know, I noticed some of us now, they bring us to a kind of fellow.
Yeah.
You can join their fellowship. You understand? But before they make you a solo, you're so low. You understand?
Exactly.
You're near singing with your brothers and sisters. And take you out and make you so low.
So low, yeah.
And bring it into their fell low. And then get a ship and sail your ass away.
That's right. That's right. And the key is in the sound, because what they always want you to do is they want you to follow them. And if you listen to the word, the two words in the word follow is fo, low. So they want to keep the fo low by making them follow.
What? All right. This leads to
One bit just before the follow thing, you turn follow backwards. You see who do they want them? Who do they want to follow them? You see the word WOL, which is wool. Then you've got the OF. So the person of wool is they want to follow.
Or it's because he doesn't quite neatly know the whole thing about religion, right?
You got back into
the realignment.
Because everything that's going to come back to that word. So,
Galaxy.
would you say that religions kind of leads to a different kind of path? Because we talk healthy about fellowship there, right?
Yeah.
And we're following. But we follow religion, but lead us to nowhere.
Nowhere. And if you look at the word heaven, you turn the word backward because they've taken us. They've taken us and put everything back in reverse of what we're supposed to be doing. So if you look at the word heaven backwards and listen to the sound of heaven, you see the word never.
Never. Hold on. So we say that heaven, to the word heaven, to the word backward.
Reverse the word heaven.
Yeah.
And look at the listen to the sounds that it makes is NEV.
So it's never. Never. So you said that there's never a heaven up there.
Never. They're telling you.
Hold on. You upset some people now.
No, because what he's saying that they don't promise it, and promise is a comfort.
No, but someone said no. What I said, someone said to see heaven in the sky in our country. I was talking with man the other day, right? He said heaven's up in the sky here. So you're telling me that there's no heaven in the sky?
The word says it. I'm not me saying it.
Yes, the word says it. Okay,
we can take this call here. Rise up. Oh, when I power then get really annoyed.
Yeah.
So have you read Decoding the Language? Have you come across that book, Decoding the Language? Well, my brethren, give thanks. When you know your completion, you link us up here. Rise up, family, rise up, a beautiful vibration. And rise up, when it's a beautiful vibration to all the people from SLR radio we are listeners. I meet a lot of listeners from SLR, you understand? One of them think I'm on SLR too, but we are it, we are SLR, we are Conscious, we are Mega, because we are family.
Yeah, one family, one team.
That is how we,
Yeah, next one. Yeah. So, alright then. So, you're saying to you're saying.
This shall be quote today,
No, you're saying that there's no heaven. So, when a man told me, said, listen man, a man told me straight that heaven's in the sky now. He pointed to me up in the sky there. And I said to him, where? Show me where. And he said, no, it's up there. Dog, it's up in the sky. I said, where? I said, alright, I'm complaining up there all the time, don't find him. He said, don't listen, they're up there. So we say that there is, let's be clear now, there's no heaven up there. So,
well, you need something like for food, you need something you can see, touch, feel, or use. Yeah. So heaven
or a result.
Yeah, have a result. So heaven must be something that you could benefit you, that you can actually use it to do something with, to increase your capacity to do something. Otherwise it's just a fantasy.
Illusion.
An illusion.
That's why Dr. Ben said, you know, we don't read Dr. Ben. Dr. Ben said heaven, right, is between an African woman leg. And your children then come from heaven.
Yeah, I see the book, yeah.
You understand, you know? And that's the logical thing that one can deal with.
Yeah.
You understand? Because if the woman, you understand, is what you call that the land. You understand, you know? If you contaminate the land, you can have no more food, you know?
That's right.
But if that land is heavenly, wealthy and all of them things there, and this is what they do. Because remember, the symbol of Africa was the man, woman and child. You understand? Before they turn the woman into a Holy Ghost. And it must be a reason why they turn her into a Holy Ghost. Because they was giving you a synthetic heaven.
Right.
And now it worse, because them come with an alternative lifestyle, so nowadays even some people don't even know what heaven is all about.
Yeah. The alternative.
They might give you hell for heaven.
With the alternative lifestyle. Alternative with the lifestyle. I'll give you one.
Bust that.
Yeah, the alternative with the lifestyle. So they give you alternative. So it all turns the native as well with the alternative lifestyle. Right, I'm going to give you one practical example of heaven, what everybody can experience. This is real heaven. Yeah? One form of heaven, and the word is in the Bible, is resurrection. Resurrection. Every man knows if he has a resurrection, he's happy. He's in heaven. And the woman will be happy as well.
It's called rise to the erection.
Right.
That's straightforward.
And let me break down the word resurrection for all the Christian listeners who believe resurrection is a old guy coming from the sky. Resurrection, for the real Christians, I want you to listen as well, because knowledge is power. Is a means to go back. As we just go into a basic linguistic or English book, you see the word means to go back. Recall, remember, return. So means to go back. Surrection is a French word which means elevated. Check it out. It's a French word means elevated. So resurrection means go back to being elevated.
Wow. Let me go hold it. I think we have Sister Juliet on the phone. Rise up, Empress. Rise up, Empress. Rise up.
Rise up, my sister.
All the time. Rise up to Sister Juliet. And beautiful vibration. And from all of us here, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Yeah, man. Give thanks. Have a wonderful day. All the time. Good on. All the time. Wow. All the time, man. Beautiful vibration.
Yeah, man.
That's Sister Juliet.
Yeah, man.
You
She's powerful.
see it, you know?
She's powerful.
Yeah, from WAG.
Yeah.
You know, see it working, action.
And she works hard, you know.
No, she does.
Yeah, she really puts herself out. Yeah, she works hard. And I've just met her just recently, last year or so. Less than a year. And it's only just recently we just started to connect, and you know, she's on it, man. She's on it.
Beautiful vibration. I'm telling you. Because none but ourselves, you know, can heal our kind. You know? And as this event coming up, and since I was talking about the different people that is there and gonna speak and all of those things, it's good.
What about speakers?
You know what makes it so good, you know, because sometimes you look on a leaflet and you see the live and direct from America. You know, so we get sometimes we get caught up in the stardom instead of the message, you know. But to see we have all, you know it, don't you?
Yeah.
But you know it, ain't it?
Yeah. The stardom, you know, it's true. Yeah.
Is it too low? Too high? Yeah. Yeah, but I went too low, and I give my one a good value.
You have to put that right up.
Beautiful vibration. You can get it now. You know, I don't know where it reaches, so you know, seems like we have some ghosts somewhere right now. Yeah, man, it's good. You know, when you can really see the talent amongst us, you know, and able to produce it instead of able to reduce it.
That's right.
Because this is what I find out here. We have some brilliant, you know, especially amongst our young people. I see some genius out there. But we're not investing in them.
That's right, yeah.
Then other people turn them into a genie.
Yeah.
And it's them of the three strike. You know, it's nothing like that, you know, see. So, you know, yes, John.
That's good. Right, I'm just gonna, because you caught me unawares with the religion thing earlier.
No,
but it's good because that's the way you progress is to be Muslim. So I just want to break down a little piece of the religion again. Now.
Yeah.
So if I was selling you a car, yeah, I was not going to show you the car. I was not going to let you drive the car, but I want you to make a donation towards it. Would you give me any money?
No.
And you've never seen this car before. Is it? That's the same thing what happens with this Christian religion. They can't show you where any evidence, can't give you no facts, but they want you to make a donation. A never-ending donation, but they never tell you what the price is. So that's the basis of this Christian con that's going on, because there's no God. Till the 6th century, it was the G was a C, so it's a code, and a code means when you get together. D means to take away. So you get together to take away something. That's what the word code means. So that was their plan. They set up this code to take away our things, and then they put up laws. They put up a wall for us to stop us from getting it back. Wall backward is law. So they put up a wall called law to stop us getting back the things that they've taken. You see what I'm saying? So basically, and then they sell you a belief. Now what does belief means? Be the lie of Eve. They want you to believe that the man come before the woman. So believe comes from the word be the lie of Eve, because Eve means before. You've got Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. The Eve of something means before. So when you see Adam and Eve, you see Adam and before Adam. But they want you to follow be the lie of Eve.
You're going to be Eve and Adam.
Eve means before, so before anything else start was Eve. Because Eve means before. Look at the word believe backwards, you see the word evil, ebb. Evil means, you know, something. They're trying to say Eve caused the illness to Adam by giving him the apple. So that's why they get the word Eve, ill. Everybody's got a free mind to do what they want to do, but they want to blame it on the woman. That's why they don't recognize the woman as the father. That's why they want you to sing to who? They want you to sing hymns, not unto her. Then they give you verses. When you verse something, that means you're against something. So who are you against? And then inside the word verse, look at the word verse, look at the letters of the word verse, you see the word serve. So they're giving you verses for you to serve him.
I see your thing with the brethren are saying, you know, because them do things as a scientific way. That's, you know, because everything is psychology, man. If you want to understand that you're in a psychological war, you know, and they give you all of these things, because you always talk about the things when they make you do a sentence and sentence yourself, isn't it?
Sentence yourself with the sentence. And your sentence in the intensity, with intensity. From the tendency that you've got to do things in a tense way. That's why they're talking past tense, present tense, and future tense. Because when you're tense, you're not free to do it. As we talked about Muhammad Ali, he was free. When he came to fight in boxing, he wasn't in a box, even though he was boxing. Boxing out of the box. You know, he was doing everything you're not supposed to do, and he was winning. You see.
Because the whole thing about it, they don't have their inner circle. They have in a box, they have in a sepulchre, they have you on the square. And if you don't be careful, they make a racket out of you. You understand?
That's right.
If you go to in the court, you're on the square. If you go on the tennis court, you're on the square. You know? And on the tennis court, you have that umpire up there. It's the same umpire you have in the court. And if you're not a smart person, those two lawyers, what your difference one and the prosecution make a racket out of it.
And that's why they have you in a box, because they have you, remember, the first letter of the alphabet was the A, the ox. And they have you in a box because they want you to be the ox, to do the work for them.
For real. And then put you in the dock.
In the dock.
Dock. And they will have you all you dare. If you don't have proper certification to unload. You know, see, so whatever I'm telling you, everyone should go there and get a copy of that book. You know, it should be next to the event.
Yeah, and it's coming up, it's going to be at the event as well. And plus, I'm doing another book to take the dictionary out of circulation.
Wow.
The book is called the Kemetic roots of etymology. So it's breaking down the root words, the Greek and the root This is what the language is used for. So that's the Kemetic roots of words, and that's gonna take the dictionary out of circulation, because a dictionary, as my mum was saying earlier, it turns you into a dick.
You know, when I read Jama's book, when I even have a conversation, I exactly have even explain a lot of things, you understand? Because I was thinking the same way, I said the same way, but it wasn't new in my thinking. Because I know that certain things, all this word them put up something wrong, see it in a certain way. And I never, when I go into school, I wasn't an academic person, I was more in the arts. I was more in the arts. I was more like a comedian. I'd rather make you laugh. The kind of way. So when it comes to like holiday time, I'm the one that decorate the blackboard.
See.
The kind of thing. When it comes to like drama, poetry and things, we that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the other part, no, because it's a skull school, most of my education is down a gully. When I go down a gully, when I go down a gully, when I skull school in backyard and them days, you have to really, anybody at the class keep down there, no matter things that you skull, class keep down there.
Class keep down the gully there.
Sometimes you wish you didn't go to school, because I'm going to lick you over here, you understand? And then you will know from the day that you're going to do the cooking, and you're going to do that. So that's what I said, order. Order. Can you remember when you're little bit and your mother said, come here, Dougie, you're too out of order. She never said, come here, you're too negative.
Yeah.
And this is where we are today.
Yeah.
We are out of order.
Yeah.
And we are using words that they give us on the examination paper. You understand, If you look at the words that we're using, then just come the other day. Today we tell our children them that they're negative or positive. We wasn't using those words.
Just the word out of order.
You understand?
Yeah.
Your mother said, come here boy, you're too damn out of order, and I'm gonna lick your ass back in her.
Yeah.
Remember, it's like say we don't remember. And we come here and we take up these people's behavior. And we start to take their own principle.
Yeah.
So you see, what we lack is the discipline of ourselves. Because there's two words in what we have to bear in mind. It's principle and discipline. So you see in those two words it have an IP, IP. You know those words? IP. So when you go to say IP, it's power. That is power, When a man go IP, hurrah, and bestow that unto you. But if you don't have discipline, you have no power. If you don't have principle, you have no power. You understand?
Yeah.
And today our people, in a way, they have power, but they are disciplined. They are a disciple of other people.
Yeah, we have no principle.
They have no principle. You understand? Because how can you have principle? Because you're worshipping a God that doesn't look like you.
Yeah.
For real, You see, so and as a brother explained to you, you're following something that you're not sure of. Because what you're in said that you must walk by faith and not by sight.
Not by sight, yeah.
That is totally. So in a way, we can say that we're suffering from a heavy mental sickness.
We've been made blind, deaf and dumb.
Wow. For real.
Yeah, because we can't see the sounds in the words. We can't hear the sounds in the words. If you can't hear or see, then you can't speak.
So, but the question I'm going to ask you then, how can we reverse the process now? I know you've got a book, Decoding Language, right? And, how would you start to, work in our mind? Because there's no doctor in the world I know of who could split your head open, operate you, and give you the right attitude, right? You know what I mean? How can we start the process? I mean, with your book, and what do you think of the way forward? Because I mean, as Dr. Andrew said that, I mean, we're totally messed up. We're turned upside down.
You've read, because Dr. Melanie Stevenson, wife of Dr. Lala Africa, so sometimes the little voices in our head that we've got to listen to.
Say that again, that's very tough.
Dr. Melanie Stevenson, which is the wife of Dr. Lala Africa, so it's the little voices in our head we've got to listen to.
For real.
And you said the answer just there. The first word that you came out with reverse. How do we reverse? And that's what we have to do. We have to reverse the verses that have been given to us and go back to our original interpretation or the reality of the word, or the royalty of which is the meditation. So look at the word pit. To reverse the word pit or that vibration, you reverse the sound. P-I-T is pit. Reverse that sound, you've got T-I-P, this is tip. When you're underneath something, you're subjected to something which is S-U-B. You reverse the sound, you've got B-U-S, then you can bust out and become a boat. So it's reversing. Remember, someone's going to give you the opposite. That's going to your enemy's going to give you something that's going to make you bad. You never take a plate of food from someone you don't know what the ingredients is. And if it's an enemy, that's even worse. You're not even going to take that food. So how can you take the word that someone's given to you and just let that come into your head without analysing it, reasoning on it, and see maybe the opposite applies to it?
Because really the answer is really within oneself, really. We start to analyse the words they're turning.
Yeah, basically it's the vibration. They're giving you the vibration, a subconscious vibration that's against you. So basically you've got to look at that vibration. Before you accept that vibration, you've got to reverse that vibration, or take that vibration and analyse it before you allow it in us. But as Dr. Aboo was saying, in the education process, the first thing they take away is your reasoning ability. Because reasoning is where you take a sound and you play it back to see whether it's worth applying.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But they're taking like they've given you just opera music to play, and if you don't play opera music, you're going to be punished. So you don't know that there's a reggae music, you don't know there's a soul music. You've been given opera music, so you think that the words can only be operated in that way. You see,
it's like a tape where we keep on playing here, called the eagle. The farmer who put some eagle egg on the end, and when they hatch out, they thought they were chicken.
Okay.
And all when the next eagle come to him and they say, "You can fly," and they say, "No, I can't fly. I'm one of them." And they do everything what chicken do. Because you know, eagle feathers stand up in their head. So they rub some chicken noodle on it just to keep it down. You know, so you can see these are the things them. If them said, "He who know and know that he know is wise. But he who do not know that he do not know that he do not know that he do not know is a fool."
It's true.
And what we have out there is the one who don't know leading.
Well, I'm glad you said it, because Honorable Dr. Africa said that, you know, if you're stupid and ignorant, there will always be a business. And he says that intelligence rules the world. You know, what you don't know, no one kill you, but it kill others as well, based on ignorance. That's why information is a key. Information is the way forward. And that's why it's very important for us to understand what was taking place here, because the book you have there, Decode the Language, to me that should be in every school.
Every home.
Every home, that's right, absolutely.
Next to the Bible or the Quran or whatsoever they say that they follow.
Yeah.
You understand? And these are the things then, because if we don't promote, if we don't invest in us, then those things just gonna stay one side, and then later on somebody is gonna use, and it's the version of others. You understand? But I'm glad that I must be the original ones. That's when they come out with a version, they won't, you understand? This is what we have to look on, because Dougie, if we're saying that we're at war, I hear this argument from a lot of people, "Oh, we're at war, brother." But through I hear that argument, I listen to the ripple of the boat.
Yes.
And Sir Winston Churchill said, in a time of war, truth is so precious, you have to bodyguard it with a barrage of lies. Wow. So if we're saying that we're at war, who are we taking information from? You understand? Because number one, they destroy the family so much. You understand? Because the family is the main base of any survivor, any set of people. But in this place here, you have black people who will sacrifice the family for their own personal things. And this is it, because this woman said, you know, and we're asking the question, how we ain't moving forward with all these educated people around? But they're not educated, they're indoctrinated. You understand? They're indoctrinated. And they have more energy doing things on the white side than on the black side blood. And one of the biggest failure amongst us is the damn race hopping. You understand? Because we think that through God white, then having somebody that is white in our bedroom is a treasure, not known that that is your biggest aim setback. And if we talk about this, somebody gonna call me racist.
But this is self-hate. Self-hate.
And that's breaking the same commandment, because they say it's a jealous God to worship false idols. So basically they're breaking the commandment, giving us this image.
Really?
Because when you read about it, it's a man of wool and wool, brass. So this image is breaking the commandment of the Bible. And next thing, you shouldn't steal. It's stealing the original Peru and the Egyptian, science, and promoting a false science. So basically they're breaking the first two commandments.
So the whole thing about it, when I said that people have been colonized, invaded, and then in a couple of years later you can pretend that you never been through those things. I just said the first word, the R. But if you're gonna give up R for your Brit, who are you? You don't say, oh, I'm African no more. Oh, I'm Brit. You understand? So, you lost a lot of power blood. Because you're saying that, oh, I'm not African, I'm British. I wasn't within their laugh after you, because that's the way you want you.
Yeah, true.
And when you break down what does British mean, like so smallish or tallish means you're a type of small or a type of small. So British means you're a type of Brit. You know what I mean? You're a type of Brit, and Brit is Germans who came over here.
Well, I said that again, that's powerful. British, the word British mean again?
Brit comes from the word Germany. German, And England is not England, it's Anglan. Yeah, comes from the the land of Angles, the Germans who settled over here. You see. So so basically you're calling yourself a German, and that's why we're getting so much germs.
That's true. Because the whole thing about it, right? You can have a dog, right, and a cat, and later say for instance the cat mother die and he start with the litter them and the puppy and all those things. Oh, well, you can grow up that way. And if you throw a ball, he will even do what the dog do. But when he walk in, if it's a bow wow, his meow gonna come out.
Because contaminated with the other.
Yeah, you can't change nature.
You can.
You can change every other thing. But nature will take its course. Look here, all that cat out there. Look here, how the dog will run down the cat,
Right.
It's only one of them can go up in the tree.
Yeah.
It's a cat. And when the cat open his mouth to say bow wow, his meow gonna come out.
Meow's gonna come out. Right.
You understand?
Because by nature, that's what we're designed to.
So we're in a position, We're in a position. So for instance, you put some chicken egg on that duck, and when they hatch out, the duck take to the water. So what do you think gonna happen to those chickens? They're gonna drown because they can't swim. This is what happening to our people, To them born in this country, they feel that they are just this little English this and all of these things, and it really damaged them because they're not living to who they are. You understand?
I like the analysis there.
No, they're not living to who they are. And when the power that be, it pay someone look like you to keep the other rest of them in check. Oh no, you're not an eagle. Remember that? You're a chicken. You're a chicken. Look on all of the people when you say up there, like say them. They are leaders then, are leading blacks. I call them leading blacks because they lead us so many places that we don't want to go. You understand? Look at them. If they're African, when you see them, they don't look like African. You understand? They look like something else. And if they're next door in another room, you thought that it was a wasn't going to talking. And these are the people that is there to empower us. So how can you use something that is synthetic? You understand? To give to a set of people who is original. See? So the problem is in what they call the leadership.
And if you look at the word, what they use as words, which is called a gram, grammar. What is gram? Gram is a weight. You get a lot of grams and you become like lead. So then you need a leader to lead you. And the next thing the two biggest words they throw at us is war and race. Right. Now we were saying about how do we reverse this situation. Look at the word war. I've already said it. Reverse the word war and you see what the war's about. Raw materials. Right. Then you've got a race. They're talking about race. This race. Why do you race? You race to catch up the person who is first. You see. So the war is against our raw material, and the race is to catch up with us who are first. That's why they have so much competitions, just to get that feeling of being first for that instant.
Bam bam! Wait! That's heavy, that's heavy, that's heavy.
And then let's break it down a bit more than that, yeah. So then when they're football match now, they win. That feeling of a second, they get a little feeling of what it's like to be us.
That's true, man.
Look at the word now, origin. Yeah. Turn the word origin backwards. As I said, you need to reverse to get back to nature. You turn the word origin backwards, you'll hear the sound Negro. So they throw this Negro word at you. You reverse the word and you find out who you really are, because it's a reverse vibration. You are the origin. You are the first. That's why we've got to race to try and catch up.
And the always said, there goes my nigga.
It goes my origin.
Yeah, you see how he can jump? You know, look at him. You know, he's the best scorer here. I owned him. Every contract that he's under is my contract. Yeah. Look at my nigga singer. He sing well, ain't he? I own him.
You own him,
You understand, you know? And I can tell him to do anything. I can tell him to even call his mother a bitch, and he have to do it.
And now, breaking that down again, look at the word origin. Let's break the word origin. Or means where the source of something is. The or is the source of something here. Jinn is the spirit. I'm not talking about the J spirit, what the Arabs talk about, which is what they say. I'm talking about the real spirit. So we are the original spirit, the origin. Yeah. So we're the jinn, we're the original spirit. You know. They even reverse it and say nig, which is we give off the nig. The Queen even wants to be one of us. She calls herself Elizabeth Regina. Look at the coin, you see ER, Elizabeth Regina. What's Regina backwards? A Niger. So even the Queen calls herself a Niger.
And to them don't want to give us that ethos, they call you a Jinal. You understand? And these are the things them. But if you look on those things, the whole thing is in your imagine. You have to bring those things in your thinking.
In your thinking to be the reality, because basically that's what we are, the genies. Anything that we think of, we can make it a reality or a reality. That's why they need us around us. We have the NIG. Yeah. So they need us to bring their thoughts into reality with this Jesus thought. Right. When you look at the word Jesus, there was no J. That's breaking the commandment again. You're just giving you a false name. No, there's no J, there's a Y, but the Y was pronounced as an I. So you.
Okay, let me jump in here. Right. So, because I agree. But you see, this is what I'm confused about this, because if there's no, alright, if my name is say my name is Peter, right? For argument's sake, right? That's my name, and y'all call me Donald.
Exactly.
Right. I'm not going to respond to that. That's not my name.
So key on the head there.
How can we say that there's power in the name of Jesus?
Because somebody tell us so.
Right? And there's no J. You know, this is what I'm confused about. No.
Because someone tell us.
Right. Basically, this is the key of the whole of the word system. Is so we don't hear when you, as you said, when someone calls you by a name that's not yours, you're not going to respond to it. So they've taken the language, taken the vibrations, and trained us so we can't respond to the sounds that they're making. The reason why they've taken they put it as a J, so that you can't see it's a Y, I pronounced as a Y, so you can't see it's yes us. It's yes us. We are the person they call Jesus.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why they don't want you to respond. And also it makes the sound use us.
Use us. Right.
So they're telling you, when you're calling yourself, especially in this way, you're saying use us.
You know, like God said, wash me, Lord, that I become as white as snow. No, you don't get snow falling. You don't see it, you know. And these are the things there, you know. It's just a little code that is snapping. Even today when we talk about love, this is not an African thing, you know. The word love means that an adult Roman love of a little boy. That's what it's really meaning. Roman adult man going with Roman boys, and they call it love. That's where the word mentor come from.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm for that.
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Mentor.
Mentor.
You're touring what?
Right.
The youth.
The youth. Right. Right. So that's where mentor comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay then.
So when you hear African that talk about them want to have mentor, when them has said, I want some pedophile around my children. I'm telling you, brother.
Yeah.
You know? Because we are running with other people's definition.
Ah.
Yeah,
We're not
true.
running with
Our
our
definition.
We're using somebody else's
Yeah.
name, so we're responding to somebody else's name.
Mm.
You can't hear your own name. When you
So-
hear
so
African,
for-
you're rebelling
Yeah.
against that
Yeah.
sound.
So it's all about definition. It's all about who defines me really? Yeah. Who defines
Who
me?
defines it? But you've got the power to self-define. That's the key element. The
That's
word
right.
is just something that someone's put together. You can put that vibration, just like the Speakers Club. We put the vibration of the Speakers Club out there, and it's manifested. So you have the power. Remember, you're a genie. You know? You anything you put your energy to, you can make it a reality.
But we allow them to own the gene.
That's it. We are.
So we can create our own magic.
No, yes, that's it.
You understand? You know, because we do not have the power to define.
Yes.
They take away that and give us the power to destruct.
That's right.
And we give us the power to believe. which is it.
Believe.
Believe, and that's where your worst state is when you believe something.
The whole thing about it, right? We have just said really and truly, you know, Brother Dougie, we can work together. Even Jamal, we can work together. My brethren, that we can work together. You know, you don't have to give me a piece of certificate to prove that you can work together. You understand? Because what you're dealing with is a E4 people. You understand? You know. And I'll give you in the next couple of years for you to go to bed with even a woman, you have to have a certified piece of paper.
Well, they've got that prison already.
Yeah,
You
that's
remember
what
the
I'm
police
saying.
every time they want to bet low.
That's it.
They started already.
What's that? Start again. What's that? When they want to go to?
No, it's true.
There's a prison now. What?
Yeah.
Every time you want to make love, you have to ring up the police to get permission. So it started already.
You don't know what's out there, bro.
Yeah.
You don't know what's out
Yeah.
there. Because there's a lot of things that we involved with. Even the Western way of marriage. It's not everything there is, I'm telling you, man. You know, is you hear about Lord of the Ring, they put a ring around you.
Yeah.
So instead of you being handcuffed, you become finger cuffed.
It's ownership, though. Who owns
Ownership.
Yeah.
Ownership,
Till
yeah.
you die, you know.
Ownership,
You have to do his part.
Yeah.
The richest are, you know, but who's owning who?
Yeah, and the Lord owned the ring. Guy, the Lord of the ring.
Yeah.
You know, see, so it's always a slavery. You understand? Because if you talk about marriage, you can talk to some woman about marriage, but it's wedding on her mind.
Alright.
You understand? You know, it's a festive part they take out there, and this is what this culture done to you. They don't respect marriages. They don't respect the wedding.
The wedding.
You understand? That's why they can come up with these little things and tell you about 2 men can get married and 2 women and thing. Because it's a money making thing.
That's right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So sometimes a person will come and say to me, but Aboo, it's legal. Question that you have to ask, is it right? Because it's not everything that is legal that is right for us.
That's right.
You understand? You know?
For us.
Alcohol is a legal thing, but I don't drink it.
That's right.
You know, see, so, and them use legality to hold us back.
Yeah.
You know, they use legality to keep the colonial. You see, colonialism is built with these little words, and then
words,
hold
yeah.
you back with these words.
Yeah. But that's why, as you said earlier on, it's about definition.
Can I tell you just to carry on?
Yeah.
He said they legalize his word, but how do they legalize it? Well, they actually telling you, the vibrations telling you what they do. And to be legal, you have to have a what? A license.
A lie
of sense.
A lie of sense.
You know, what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a little tea break, yes? Beautiful vibration all the time. We are in the house.
Nice.
Aboo's in the house alongside Dougie, your SLR Jammers, and my brethren here is on camera.
Abby on camera.
Ari on camera. Wonderful vibration. Wonderful vibration. Well, rise up, Brother Nick. Rise up for that.
Give thanks, Brother Nick.
You know? And
Every time.
they don't really give us anything. You know, it's what we give them, they might give it back right to the universe.
Yeah.
Because if you go back and you look on, there's a lot of things, like, because if you look on even Islam, there was Africa that exists before Islam.
That's right.
You know, so Africa gave them Islam, and over the years it ended up back. So just imagine if I'm a doctor and I write you a prescription, yeah, because of your illness. You know, but over the year, my children have never known that it was a prescription for somebody else and they end up taking it. And this is what's happening today, blood. You understand, you know? But sometimes when we look on things and about say it come for the world, it's lie, not no come so. You understand? Because we develop the same behavior as Wazungu. Because he want to take over the world. You know, master of the universe and all of these things. And if you can't master yourself, your universe, the universe of yourself, you that damn idiot want to master that. You know, see it, you know? But he haven't mastered himself. Because the whole environment that he's coming from make him a very aggressive person. You understand? So him have no nurture in him, blood. You know, see it, you know? There's nothing in the Eurocentric way of life that have no woman in it. There was no woman around the table when they come up with the education, when they come up with all of these things. It was a pure man. And when they find themselves guilty, some of them put on dress and so they get trapped in a woman. Because we have to deal with the reality. This is what we are facing out here today. You understand? And then these same people go around the world and force you by a gunpoint to put on dress on your little boys. You understand? So we have to wake up.
That's right.
We got to wake up higher. You understand? From this brainwash situation. You know?
Because basically, if you're not a creator, you're gonna make a thing called copyright, which is the right to copy the creators.
Right.
They haven't created no form of language.
And copy it, yeah, right.
A copy of a rock.
You have to rewind back. Come again.
If you're not a creator,
Yes.
you have to give yourself a thing called a copyright, which is the right to copy somebody who is right.
Really, because it's not a copy. It's not a copy in the original.
It's a copy.
It's just a right.
Just
Give
a right.
him to copy.
Right,
You get a right to copy the original.
You know, see it and make it his right.
Make it is right. That is right with
You
the
know?
original thing. And that's what happened with the language.
Yeah.
Because they never. How can you write the Greeks write language when they have to? The only form of writing was Egyptian parapus.
Really.
And Western never created no paper. The Chinese created paper. So what did the Greeks create or write with?
Really.
Kemetic paper and Chinese paper. So that's one false perception we've got about the language. It's still our language. They're using a form of our language right now. The letters we're using are African symbols right now.
The real man is ours, man.
It's ours.
But we don't know.
We don't
because we
realise.
don't understand phonics.
And where does the word phonics come from? Phonetics comes from the Phoenicians,
Yes.
who lived in Africa. They named the place Africa. The reason why they named the place Africa is Afri means peace. Like when you're an affable person, that means you're peaceful. Because they settled there because everywhere else was in Europe it was warlike. So they named the place Afri, meaning it's free, peaceful, and Africa.
You know,
That's where the name came from.
There was a time when we used to see the V as a U, you know. That's why you have WU.
WU.
You understand? You know, it's how we look funny to in switch up a lot of things. You know, there was a time when nice never mean nice. You know, first time when you asked the Englishman or who's the wife? Oh, she's very nice, you know, because he have her locked up in chastity belt. And nice did mean docile and stupid, you know.
Docile, alright.
You know, so yeah. But if you know how them refer to the, you ever listen to these comedians? How they talk about the mother-in-law and the wife, stupid bitch, and all of these things. You understand? So most of these things that what they're saying that in my dwelling, if you don't mind me break up all the mother-in-law and one of them wall there and all of them. Because some of these house, when they're ready to do all DIY, you see all the body drop out and all of them things. You understand? Because it's the mentality that you're dealing with. You know, see it, you know. It's called aggression, blood. You know, see. So you see, when aggression come into a place where people don't have that aggressive way, then it override them. You understand, you know? I mean, you cannot look on what these people can do to the Indians. You know, when they give them all the blanket to keep them warm and the smallpox was in it.
Yes.
You know, see it, you know?
Yeah.
When you go and you check the history, you hear they tell about Lord Mountbatten. Lord Mountbatten used to give the evening's troop them the same dead body of Miami. If you know some wicked thing where the man they go through it, you should go and check out all the Haitian war and see what happened through these things. You know? You go and you understand even the Indian history and see what they have done down there in India. When they create all the caste system and all of these things, this is what they have done. Just like when they go in South Africa, look what they have done. You know, they beat down the Africans so much, but at the same time, they have the Wazungu child up on the African woman breast. You understand? Just imagine, you're telling your people that the African is so low, but who's sucking from their breast? You understand? And these are the things and when we don't realize that we are the breadwinner for those that is sucking us. Because what we live amongst parasite. Living parasite. You understand? And then suck you so gently. I don't know what to do. No, it's a serious thing. You know? As a matter of fact, they have a kind of rat behavior. Because you have some rat that will gnaw your foot and you don't feel it, you know. Because they're just blowing it, keeping it cool. Maybe they gnaw your foot. You know, and this is the behavior of a parasite. You know, you will have a tick spine you. And you think it's all a bump. Until he kind of move and you realize that what a bump no move. He just lag himself. And this is what we have to really understand that. You know, see, you know, we are who we are and what we are. You understand? And anytime we have to, you know, African show me a thing, you know. African show me said, you know that you need oil and water and petrol to make an engine function.
Right.
Yeah? The oil is lubricant, the water is coolant, and the petrol is fuel. You know, see it, you know. When oil and water mix together, engine in serious trouble. But if they run them one perspective course, everything fine. You understand? So it's not everything to mix together, but in a circle. Let them run the course. And if you allow them to run the course, you find that everything
will find the place.
Yeah. But we are in a position now where I'm telling you, we're living in a society, blood, where I'm telling you, Dougie, look from this, you can't even talk like Dougie. If you to go there to even get a job, you can't talk like Dougie. You have to talk like Michael Jackson and say, how are you, Dougie? And say, hi! You hear that music and the most said that, oh, Dougie, you sound a bit aggressive. You must see it, you know. Let me take this caller, rise up caller.
So, Jammers.
Yeah, see Jammers.
You know what I mean? Because I'm just fascinated by what to say there. So, the word, the Bible, no. Or you look on that, no.
Right, okay. And as I said, the key to all the listeners, I said this is the day everything changes, the 24th of September. Make sure you come. Etymology means the true meaning. It's not the history, it's the true meaning.
True.
It's a Greek word. But 1 minute, if you've invented something, why would you have to make a word to find out the true meaning of something? So the definition, because it's a Greek word saying the true meaning, that shows they're not the creator of the language by the word etymology already. Because if I'm the originator, I don't need a word to find out who the originator is. I wouldn't have that word in my vocabulary. So basically, now the question, what was your question again?
Bible.
Right, the Bible. So now I want us to start listening to the sounds of the words. Bi means two. Bicycle. Bisexual. Bi-monthly. So bi means two. Yeah. Bell is a sound. Double sound. Two meanings in the book. One is like a story, but the story is a reality in the book. So it's not just a story, they call it a metaphor. What is a metaphor? It's a meter for you to judge yourself with. So when you see about the crucifixion, you're going to be crucified in your life. So when you see Samson and Delilah, there's a woman who's going to tell some lies about you. When you see the Noah and the rain, you're going to know something what other people ain't going to realise is going to happen. That's why it's called Noah. Adam is called Adam. What happened to Adam? He was a man who got damned. And he became madder. Look at the word Adam backwards, you see the word madder. Why is a leaf called a leaf? He's in the tree. Why is it called? Why is the tree? Why is it called a leaf? Because he had to leave.
Yeah.
That's why it's called a leaf. So the Bible gives you a double meaning. If you really know the Bible, it's called a Holy Bible. You need to look through the holes to find the reality. So people are just reading it, thinking it's a story. They're not seeing it's a Bible, double meaning, double spirit. I break down some meanings that some Christians might not realise. You've got in the Bible, you've got two sons, Cain and Abel. Right? They think it's a story, but let's see the reality of that. Cain and Abel. Say Cain.
Cain.
Say Abel.
Abel.
Say it together.
Cain and Abel.
Say it faster.
Cain and Abel.
Faster.
Cain and Abel.
Cannibal. So the sound in that word is to cannibalize something means you're against it.
Yeah.
What was Cain against? He was against the able-bodied person. Who is the able-bodied person? Who's able to win athletics, able to move at a faster pace than everybody, able to create something out of nothing, able to dance to sound without having to work out the footsteps. We are the able-bodied people who other people want to can. When you want to can something, you want to keep it for yourself. So that's what the word cannibal means, basically. We are the cans and they're the have-nots. So that's just an example that it's a metaphor. It's a meter for you to judge yourself with. You see what I'm saying? If we look at the word back to Adam and Eve, he had to leave. That's why it's called the leave. The tree had to leave. Look at the word leave backwards. You hear the sound evil. So he had to leave and became evil. It's in the sound.
Right.
You see? Noah was the Noah, the person who knew about the rain. You know. But they're breaking down this book and give us fragments what they don't understand. That's the problem as well, is that the Christians work on beliefs. They don't work on the factual evidence of the skill of the person who gave them the story. You know, they're told they're not supposed to sin. Sin in Latin means to ask questions.
Hold on, sin in Latin
means to question.
to question.
What if? But that's what it really means. S-I-N in Latin means to question.
Okay then.
But you're told not to question because they say it's blasphemous. You know, you've got to work on it. So that's what the Christianity is.
We're gonna take a tea break again.
Sorry.
You know, see it, you know, and get black on the other side. Well, for vibration, well, for vibes.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that you are a black, but what I'm saying that I'm not afraid of the color black. I truth me and tell you, I just a color. You know, see it, and I don't see no color that is superior than the other color. You know, some people may think that really and truly white is more superior. No. Color is color. You know, it's where you use it from. You know, it's where you use it from. But you see, if you allow people to treat you like a farm animal, then you fall prey. You know, what I'm saying then, you can't go down the farm and threaten the cow to give you a milk. And you can't do that. Because if you don't mind, the cow will kick you down. Well, you can threaten a man to hand over a cow.
Yeah.
And this is where they have the people around. You know, see it, you know. So we don't realize that the fear that they generate on you. Sometimes you even want to take your own life. You know, and this is what they're doing. Because a lot of things that we are doing, we are taking our own life. You know, see it, you know. You know, and we use the word, oh, I'm taking my life in my hand. No, you're not taking your life in your hand. And if you're taking your life in your own hand, you wouldn't kill yourself. Because the things that you're doing right now, you're literally killing yourself. You know? You know, you look and see when, because you was talking to him about the Bible and all of these things, but you ever read Job?
No.
You never read Job in the Bible?
But I heard about it. I never read.
You never read Job?
No, I never.
No, you call it Job.
Job.
But it's J-O-B.
Job.
Yeah. When you look on that verse in the Bible, it's Job. J-O-B. But when they give it to black people, it turns into Job.
Oh.
But if you read the story of Job, it's what they done to the Africans. Take them from wealth and drop them in poverty. And then put them on their knee and tell them to pray to this entity that prosperity may come to me. You understand? So they do a job on you. But they never tell you that read Job in the Bible. They tell you to read Job. Because if they tell you to read Job, you don't wake up and realize what they're doing to you. You understand? And the Bible is basic instruction before leaving England. That's what it is. If If I was to say NHST, what am I talking about?
NHS, National Health,
And the BBC,
BBC,
British Broadcasting Corporation. That's all they talk.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't just say Bible, but you have to find out what it means.
Ah, so you say.
That's all they talk.
Yeah.
You understand? Because you have to know, say, it takes me a while to even get them to talk, and they couldn't talk. No, we have to be real, because we're saying things as if we're not seeing the truth.
That's right.
You don't see it, you know?
We're not hearing the truth because you're buying into the bull that they're talking about. It's in the sound.
The real liar.
The sound is the warning, and it's the truth.
So when you look at the whole thing about the color, black, how would you look into that and define that or break that
Well,
down?
that's not who. That's a descriptive element.
That's a descriptive
It's not
element.
who you are. It's a description what they want you to buy into.
Right.
Right. So you don't recognize your ID, your spirit, your identity, which they hide even in the word hide. Hidden in the word hide is ID. You know, hidden in the word name is Amun, which means unseen spirit. You know, and when you're named backwards is damn, D-man.
Name backward.
Named backwards is D-man. But man means hands. That's why they call you a hand. It means they want you as a worker, so they call you a man. Like manuscript, something that's written. Manual is something that you use with your hand. Manicure is your hands. Manipulate, that is when someone uses it. So they want you to be a man. They want you to use as a worker, handyman. They call you. So you're calling yourself a descriptive colour, and you're calling yourself a hand to be used. And then even worse, especially the Christians, you're calling yourself a male. Male means bad, everything. The worst word you can call yourself is male. It means everything bad, everything wicked, malignant, malfunction, manipulate, malady, malaria, malign. Everything bad is what what male means.
The serious thing is everything that we're showing us. You understand? And just imagine, you know, he won't pass his exam if he keep on saying these things.
That's right.
He must go down the synthetic road.
Synthetic road. And listen, look at the word exam now. EX means to leave or come out of who you am. So you've got to take on somebody else's culture to pass this exam. It's in the word. You X who you are.
So the person could
Cross
ask
against
you,
who you are.
look like you have set up your own classroom or your own...
Well, that's in the process. Through like the Speakers Club is the platform. The Talking Academy is now to impart the skills. So, because everybody's a talk about, now we want to give the listeners and the viewers and the people the skills that we have. That's what it's all about now. You know, so I don't want to be the only one who's decoding. I want everybody to be able to decode language, and then the key is to get back to our hieroglyphic, the Medunetcha, and that's going to set us free. That if you look at the way the Egyptians writ, they're writ back to right to left to right, up and down. That means you've got to use your mind 360 degrees to work out the information. Now we're writing from right to left. You know, we've left what was right. In the word left is the word felt, because we have feelings. But the feeling, they can't decipher the feelings, and the feelings have been left out of the equation. Hence the letters that we've got. So we're letters. Letters are symbols. A symbol makes a sound, but we're beginning with letters which have no sound, no vibration. So it's the ancient spirit is still in the letters. Once we start to hear and see the sounds in the letters, we can become the tellers.
So in your book now, because people might be listening for the very first time, and I know you got a book out. Loads of information are in the book.
Yeah, the information about like the breaking down of the meaning of the words, why the words have been created, you know, how we can stop ourselves being subjected to these words and the numbers, because the number just makes you numb. It's in the sound.
No, man.
And it's basically like, if you look at a dog, it's the same process basically. The dog thinks it's safe, you know, but the dog hasn't got can't see that it's following a sound, and if it doesn't do what the sound it's following, it gets beaten.
Right.
You know? But the cat, so there's two animals. Both of them are in captivity, but one's free. But the dog responds to the words, and it gets beaten if it doesn't. The cat plays the fool, like you don't hear nothing, and the cat is free, even though it's. So that's we have to start being like the cat. You
just
know?
be feel free.
To be free. And the snake, another wise animal, just responds to the vibration.
Real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't respond to the letters.
Mm.
And that's where the real power is in the tone.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you put at a tone, when you've got a tone, then you're at one with yourself.
Mm.
It's the tone. Like if you say I'm going to go running today, just by your tone, it's not happening. I'm going running. Boys, friend, I'll do it a bit later. I'm going to get myself to eat. You've already it's not happening. But if someone stole the cassette out your car, by the way you say, boy, if I see that man, I'm going to do him something. That's happening. So you can set the future by just your tone and the feeling that you inject into what you say. The future's happening. Present, listen to the word present, is present. So everything that's happening now, you've already put it in process by what you've done before.
Right.
Fact in Latin is not something that's there, it's something that you make. So you make your facts. If you say I'm stopping smoking today, it's a fact that you never smoked. So tomorrow, that's the fact. So you've got the power to make things manifest just by the tone. That's why the school that all the prime ministers produced in England are where? Eton. What's Eton? Look at the word Eton. Hidden in the word Eton is the word note. Hidden in the word note is the word tone. We have tones that they make notes on. That's why they always notice you and write on a notebook. Taking note of your tone. And what do they study in Eton? The same thing that Dr. Aboo was saying. They're not studying the physical sciences, they're studying the arts, the creativity, they're studying classical, they're studying the music, they're studying our arts. And they've created 19 prime ministers have come from Eton. Prince
Cameron is one of them.
Cameron's one of them. Prime Minister Cameron's one of them. And what's the eldest son of the royal family? William. He's so how can they produce all of these prime ministers or the high level of society from Eton, but in the public schools they're 27th bottom in the league in English and maths.
27 bottom.
So third from bottom of the league of English and maths. So that means they're studying something in Eton that they're not giving us here.
Right.
And it's basically on the tones of the notes. So that's the key to all the listeners. Start to set your tones and you'll see your future manifest.
So when you talk about tones, are we talking about vibration?
Vibration and feeling. Vibration and feeling.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Alright, so he's talking about vibration and feeling.
But with certain, it says with the certainty.
Okay then.
The certainty.
Certainty.
Yeah. Because in sir backwards means rise. So something's going to rise up. When you're certain, something you're bringing something out that was in your head. The genius in you is coming out. When you're certain and you've got that vibration and the power. You look at most of the boxers or athletes like Bolts, whatever. You can see how they energize themselves.
Yeah, but at the same time they're anchoring themselves as well. If you look at Bolt, right, you see him do this kind of thing, but he's really just getting himself in a different frame. He's anchoring himself really, so he's really got himself focused on that on that race day. You know, for what he's doing, he's really got himself focused. So what I'm saying is that when we talk about tone, right, and vibration and certainty, right, because it's got to connect with the subconscious now we're talking about now.
Yeah. Right. Can I just go into that while you just said it?
Okay.
If you look at a tone, a tone, look at the word a tone. The first word in a tone, the first two words is at one with yourself. So a tone, when you're in a tone, you're at one with yourself. You're not focusing on nobody else, you're at one with yourself. Because the minute you focus, the foe has put a curse on you. Because you're taking yourself from your own naturality, your own and giving something else an importance. And look at the word focus backwards, you see the word suck off. So the minute you focus on somebody else's thing, they're going to suck off your energy.
Okay.
The minute you focus on somebody else's religion, they're going to suck off your energy to create their religion. They're going to suck off your energy to create their cars, their music, their fashion, their trends. So you have to be at one, set a tone and internalize with yourself. That's becoming ultra conscious. Because that moment we've been trained to be subconscious. Ultra conscious is when you're heightening your awareness, you're breathing, you're thinking, seeing how you're walking. Anything we do, it's like we can do it effortlessly. You can pick up something. We've been given the skills to do things effortlessly, but we've been trained to make things at efforts.
Magic. You don't see it, you know. You know what they call it? They call it like
You just want that, it's in your hand. We've designed so things just happen as we think. But they've taught us how to make things a proper effort. They've trained us to reign over us. So when you're training, you're in a train goes on a certain course. And when you've got the reins of something, like the reins of a horse, you're in control of it. So you're being trained to be reined over. You see?
Is a heavy science to what he's saying.
Yeah.
Understand? You know, if you look on the word our Father, yeah. If you was to go back into I forgot the breakdown for Latin. If you was to the same word, break it down in Latin, it means brought to punishment.
Right.
Yes.
So when you said our Father, it's like your mother said, wait until your father come. Make him boss your ass. Every time that's African go on them knee and they call on our Father, then get a beating. They will never, that's why you said the African will never succeed. You understand? You know, because that's what they give him. They give him for him to be successful, he must have to suck some seed. And right now there's no guinea seed, there's no tamarind seed, there's no mango seed. So you know so you have to understand what they have done to him. They turn him into something else. So today you find that some people can get prosperity by sucking other people's seed.
Right.
You understand, you know? This is what they have done. And if you don't understand what they have done, what they're doing, they call it alternative lifestyle today. You know? You know, it's just a level of if you don't understand all these people, it's all manipulation.
Yeah, manipulation, yeah. Turning things around and replay things, and so forth. And that's why it's very important to be one with self and anchor oneself. And because I'll tell you about tone, I mean, I do understand that, because sometimes I do tell myself, listen, I'm fantastic today. One day I'm telling my subconscious, I get myself anchored in that space and get myself.
The thing about it is, what we have to know, if you've got the ability to cry and the ability to laugh, you've got the ability to do every other emotion there. Without you can make yourself angry, you can make yourself successful just by thinking of it. But they want you to be stuck in one word, shy. So you give power to the shyness, you give power to the fear, because you're focusing, they're sucking off that one word. When you've got the power to go from crying to laughter to elation to just that power we have here, we can make
universal. Because which language do you crying? Which language do you laughing? You can hear people, you can hear laughing, and you can't say, oh, that's me. You understand? You know, I'm in Africa and I hear children playing and laughing. And you could shut here and think that you're in Jamaica. You understand? Because these are the things that it's so genuine, but we ignore those things and we go on to other things.
That's a good point.
And the main power, what he said wrong. What language is the divine energy in? You know, so everybody's using their description of the one, like the one source and having a problem because you're calling it this name and I'm looking at it this way, but it's the same thing that's different.
So universal language, really. Universal laughter, cry, everything.
What do you mean? So they want to take it from that universal way and put it into a little box. You understand? So if you notice now, you have like X Factor. You know, it's like an extra crying. Because you never know that certain people could cry until you see them on TV. You understand? So then you see. That's just to show you, when you sit down and you sit down and you watch certain things and you examine, don't make it watch you. You watch it. Or sometimes you sit down there and you become the director.
You truly.
You know, see it and you dissect it.
I just say the word examine, X means to come out. So you come out of what you're in. Exam, what I mean. So you come out of what you're in. See, so the sound is the key, because when you start to hear things, you start to respond. Respond means you go back and ponder what you've heard, which is Mahat. Mahat is cause and effect, which is basically that we should, because the Christian will say you should judge, but we're designed to judge. We judge distances. We have 2 eyes so we can judge the distance. We have a tongue so we can judge what tastes good. We've got hearing so we can judge. So we are a judge-making machine.
But he does not have the capacity to do that. You understand, you know? Because you see, when environment gives you that scope of developing certain things in you, and environment can take things out of you also. So today, when you hear black people open the room like, oh, it's a horrible day, they pick that up from Wazungu, because every day was a horrible day for him. When we're in Africa, India, when we step out of the room, we can say, oh, it's a rainy day, or it's a sunny day, or it's a breezy day. But to him, it's always a horrible day. You understand? And it's these horrible day people then that really setting the standard for you.
Yeah.
And basically it's because they have a different chemical makeup. That's what they still have to call one Chem. But we've got the closeness to Chem, so we can feel it. Because we're in abundance, we've got sunlight, we've got the food. So we can feel Chem. They have to call on Chem.
Carbon.
Because then you come from the ice. So what does ice mean? I see. They are seers. That's why they've got not science, seance. So basically they judge on things what they see, but we can feel the unseen. We have the telepathy, because tele means to travel in a path of a distance, but they're seers. That's why they have a science called logic. So they see a live tree, the only way they know what a tree is to cut it down to a log, and then I see, log, I see, logic.
You ever watch those Arab movie?
Yeah.
You know? And Wazungu walking in the night, and he hear something a rattling in the bush. You know, me and you, God, you have to go in the bush, and especially if you have a dog, and the dog go in the bush, he's going after the hi Bertie, where are you going? You understand? So these are the things that doesn't have that. It's just like you go to a club. And I said, all right, me and Jama said, meet me by such and such a club. And when we see at the door, we say, boy, the vibes not too nice, you know, I go somewhere. What's some can do? The kind of go in and measure it, and have to weigh it, and all of these things. And these are the things where the brother will tell you. They are serious.
Got different things. They're based on the thought process, analytical process. We can feel things just like that.
He's the only race that dance and fall. All the other rest of race they can dance and never fall. He's the only one because he's the last one right up on the scene.
Yeah.
That's why he's got the ability to...
No, in just, what you said?
Unbalanced.
But that's why I'm saying for you when you're sick. You never said you're balanced. You said you're unbalanced.
Unbalanced.
A lot of people feel good, you know. So what do I'm waiting for the unbalance to come. And you don't know that. The balance within yourself.
Back to the horror. That's what. If you look at a horror movie, you don't see no black people in the house because they know straight away. I'm not going in there. But we need to do that in real life. If we started to act in the film, we'd be safe. Because if this was a horror movie now, we'd be leaving here on the first plane.
I'm writing a movie at the moment, you know, the concept, you know.
Wow.
The concept is about our house, you know. you know, because you know you have some house that you have this house where it's a council house, but the council know that the people have been terrorized. But through the racist, they give it to a black couple. Expect the duppy to give them hell. But in the long run, the two of them get the duppy hell. The duppy end up and go to the council to be moved.
I like that, I love that.
You know what I'm saying? So we just switch around because we must say it's true. We are not in those arrow because we are not people of arrow. You know, see it, we are not people of arrow. It terrifies us to even know that we can have the thoughts in our mind, much less the action.
It's true.
You know, see it.
And that's why when I came out the van, it's like my senses were like heightened.
Wow.
You know, like heightened. When I was walking in like the Sainsbury's, I could see, nobody could see me. It's only like the security guard or a child would see me, but it's like I was invisible. And then now you walk the street and you really check, who knows you're there? It's like you're just passing like stars, you're never going to see these people. You know, if you fall down in the road, everybody just walk past.
Everything's just free.
Yeah. And then like, if you're going to shop, like when I went to WX, it's like the books, evil murder. All the kids are even looking at you, but you know, that's when I think, 1 minute. Say if you was in a car crash, the man helped you and brought you to his house. You're upstairs in the room. You're hearing downstairs killing, murder and screaming. You go downstairs, you see the man watching some murder, killing. Then you look at the books he's got, it's about killing and murder. You'll be thinking, what? And then these games he's playing is even killing and murder.
Well, let me write on that, because I remember, you know, many years ago when I just get into my consciousness, right? And I made an observation that every time you watch TV, right, you guarantee 6 out of these 7 nights, right, there was something about horror, someone getting killed, murdered, and raped, and all that stuff there. And I'm saying to myself, why would someone want to, what's in someone's mind to write about these things on TV? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's entertainment.
I said, that's entertainment. And then that's when I started questioning these people's old mindset, you know? And it took me a little while after that, I started to listen to people like Dr. Franz Kreslin and all the other people that talk about white supremacy, and it took me a little while and I couldn't work out what is in them, right, in their mindset, that you have to write about these movies on TV, you know, as entertainment, you know? Horror movie.
No, because you don't realize that.
Yeah.
Most of these things, you know,
right.
If you were in the cave, right, you have to develop a game in the cave to play. Because you don't know where else to go. So they're saying, come see who far can spit in that pan and go, and they play all these games, who can pee the furthest, who can do all of this. It's not anything to develop you. Yeah. It's thing to demise you. You know, so most of the game that we tip on television and program, it's cave program. Yeah. You know, see, if you go to certain restaurant, it look like a cave. With the little light them in it and all of these things. These are not our environmental way. You know, see, you're going and look at grotto and them things, them people, and you have to pay a lot of money to go into these things. But that is their culture they bring back to the surface.
One of the top writers, I can't remember his name, but he hit this exactly what you said is because when you're in a confined space like that, what sets you free is how your mind can think about different things.
Michael Bradley.
Yeah, because you're in a cold place, you haven't got no food, so it's the crazy thoughts that you have takes away from the poverty that you're in, or the set that you're in. You see, that's it. And back to the Cain and Abel. One was able because he was accepted. One felt rejected, and was repelled. So in their nature, they're repelled.
You see it.
So that is the mindset. They can see you as able, and by seeing you able, they can see how they've been.
The things them that you're willing to do, sometimes you're not able. And those who are able, they are not willing.
See.
So you see, it's another way of the movie. You go there, you look at it.
That's right.
You go there and you see, you know, you look at one thing that you're willing to do. But sometimes you're not able. But when you look around and see those who are able, they are not willing. Because they don't put wisdom with wealth.
Yes.
In this country, you will have black man or black woman with wealth, but they're dumb. You understand? Because they don't mix wisdom with wealth. You know, see, and they make sure that if you have the wealth, you have a wazungu on your hand. Because somebody have to keep you in check. Because all the wealth, all the things that you have in this where you say you're there, it belongs to Wazungu. It doesn't belong to it belongs because you're on their contract, their time, their everything. You know? So what you have a rich black man, but you don't have a wealthy black man. You know, see, because a rich man sign a wealthy man sign a rich man check. And you can rich today and broke tomorrow.
It's true.
And we see one heap of them.
No. And I'll give you a good example. I'll give you an example to back up what Dr. Aboo said. That you look at those who's won the lottery, right? And it's a fact, it's been on TV. You know, after about 6-7 years time, they're broke.
Of course.
Right? And you know why? Because in their mindset, right, they've got to spend the money. It's just, it's true. You know, that's why I thought Aboo says that, I mean, money and wisdom equals power. Yeah, remember this, money and wisdom equals power.
And what happened in Dougie, right? A lot of people they win some money. You know, all them know bricks that don't even move to up. You know, see, and I find it even amongst our people. Man go down the bookie and then get a certain money. Even them want redundancy money. You understand? They use it by stupid things. It's like there's a thing like in Jamaica, when they was giving Goodyear, you remember when Goodyear was shut down in St. Thomas?
Okay.
They was shutting down Goodyear. So they get a lot of people, what them call it, redundancy money.
Yeah.
And majority of them take it by taxi. You understand? They never say they invest in a garage, because later on the taxi them will come back to the garage. So when they go there now, you see a lot of taxi park up in there and they have nothing for fix it. This is what I'm saying. You know, see, they know that, again, you're willing and able. You understand? Because sometimes you can easily think of something, but you don't wait and say, but I'm not able to do that. But you're just running it.
Yes.
And this is what's happening today.
Yeah.
You know? A man willing to breed a woman, but he's not able to look after her.
Yes.
You know, see?
Yeah.
But if you have that family unit, you understand? If you have that family unit, the family would ask a certain question. You know, see? And if you can't, it's just like you're merged with a company, the directors them have to sit down and talk about certain things.
That's right.
You know, but today you have a hostile takeover. You know, see it, you know? So I'm telling you, Jammers, hey. Yeah man, I will for vibration.
Yeah man, Jammers is fun farm, you know.
Yeah, always man.
Always fun farm, you know. And I can't wait for the event on the 25th.
Is it 24th?
You know, it's one thing when Jammers come to Galaxy. I'm telling you, you know, the listeners, they love that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
because apart from over here, so it's his home over here. So
Yeah, two houses is right here.
Just breathe on the ultimate words and so. I know that it gets people to really to think, you know, and as Les Brown says, you can't see yourself if you're in the frame. If I come out the frame, you know, and this is what I like about what's taking place here, because you're able to question, you have to think and come out the frame. You know, I like to say we're in this box, this fixed box. Come out of that box and
it's the first step to self-generation.
Yeah.
Is when you can generate your own self, like your own car. You can give out the power to yourself, empowering yourself through your own power. That's the first key. You know, it's to make things a reality rather than. Well, they train you as well to think. Think is from the pen. In the pen, you've got ink that makes you think. You know, so you've got to come away from the thinking and start feeling. Bring feelings out. And that's the key now. Is the tones. Bring out your feeling, but feel things into action.
So let me ask
you
a question.
That the pen is mightier than the sword.
You're not joking with that, you know.
Yeah.
Because once you can make a man think what's written in the pen, and the pen is a holding device, like, and a punishment, penalty, penitentiary, suspended, pending, you know, pendant, something that hangs, is held.
Because that is this question now. Because how would you encourage people now to start to write or start to? Because a lot of things you're saying, you know, people want to.
Basically, you're free from the sentence, not become somebody else's
So
sentence.
just start writing.
So you've got the power to make happen what you feel, but you've got to feel it. You can't just think it. They want you to think.
Alright, so you said
thinking. That's what the brother said.
Right.
Yeah. But you've got to feel it into action. Not a thought. In the word thought is the word what you ought to be doing. So you've got a thought about right. You forget about the thought and do. When you're thinking, that's when you're not doing something. If I'm going to grab it, there's no thinking involved.
They said every action that you do in life is routinely rehearsing your imagination.
It's true.
Yeah, so it's to bypass this block of thinking and thought.
Well, I said that again, that's powerful. Come in and think just walk past it. That's powerful, man. Say that again.
Every action that you do in life is routinely rehearsing your imagination.
But the biggest gift you have is imagination.
It's rooted in
your imagination.
Yeah.
You know, even before you open your mouth, you start doing imagination.
So that's why you have to have a routine. You have to have the routine. And that's the power, and we have the power to generate feelings more than anybody else. We've got, especially when it comes to music. You know, with music, we could, this unseen energy, we could move to the unseen energy. We never got to write a book and make notes on that and copy the steps before they could do a choreography on it.
No, it's true. What he's saying, if you know this Chuck Berry twist, let's twist again. What do you think the dance come? Is him dip on the sidewalk and you see a man get away from a police. You don't see it. You don't see it, and it become a dance. He just choreographed that into a dance. You remember Bogle?
Yeah.
The Bogle dance.
Yeah.
Because one foot is shorter than one.
Right.
So every time go up and go down, that's us.
Yeah.
That is us. You understand, you know? I remember there's a brother in Jamaica, we used to call him Skia. But Skia is not his name because he have polo. You know, see?
Yeah.
But every time him leg got the thing where I walk with and the music I play, for him to dance, it's a form of balance.
Oh,
you know,
that's how stuck up.
But it's way balance. And sometimes it's like him a fall. But it turned out into a dance. And I'm saying it was a fun to watch. It was beautiful to watch how he can use his disableness into such an able way. Because, and that's the other thing, that people that we call disabled here, they have to function when we are grew up in oil. You know, see, if there's cricket, it's a whole about. And these things, not like here, when you have to send them to the recreation. If you send him to the recreation, he will never learn nothing.
That's the thing,
you can't understand them. So who is disabled? And it's because within the education system here, they don't educate you to that level. Because they have you in a three-dimensional thinking, and you don't know that there's multiple dimensions.
That is the key. That is the key. That is the key. So they've only got you thinking one way. You know, as I said, from right to left.
So when Jamas was in the caravan, he was in a multiple dimension. You understand what I'm saying?
Coming like that.
Your Marcus Garvey said, the black man will never know himself until he's back against the wall. It's a serious thing. Because you got to go into that darkness to even, because you have to blink to see. You know, see. So sometimes we need to set up a dark room in our house and go there and redevelop ourselves. You understand? Because sometimes we are dark deficiency. We're suffering from dark deficiency because we're exposed to too much light. You understand?
And when you're at the bottom as well, you can see everything in front of you.
It's real, you know? Look at here what this call you have to say, and it's coming up to be our last call, because right on top of the hour is our cable and revivalist movement, gonna take you to a different dimension. You know, rise up, caller.
Raise up, elder, look to Aboo.
Give thanks, family, give thanks.
How are you on your guest?
Well, we are here.
Everything good,
fantastic.
Fantastic.
The family.
I'd like to raise you and what you call, there's a lot of good teachings which you've you're teaching us, and we're still learning, so we're receiving all the knowledge, and it's a pleasure for me to hear those kind of things.
Thanks.
Where else can we get it rather than what you call it?
It's going to be at this event here.
Well, go to him, look out for the event. Jamal soon give you a breakdown on it. And keep on listening to, when you can't listen to Galaxy, you can turn on to SLR and listen to Brother Dougie. Sometimes I have some brilliant guests there.
Listen to any other station.
Well, I'm telling you, I know, because sometimes we just locked in a certain thing. But may I tell you, check out SLR, man. Check out SLR because we are family, you know. More time I move over by North London, and it's time now is over here. That's why I got
Yeah, man, true.
That's why I got blood.
Yeah, man. You have to move, man, as one. Yeah.
You know, Zach.
Yes, brother.
Yeah, man, but God, give thanks for your loyalty.
Yes, give thanks for what you call the vibration there, because the tune them when you be just a come and work and be tune in and be here, the tune there, you make me cry, you know.
You're crying.
My eyes was watering jumping on the grass.
Well, so it go. We have to give thanks and praise for one another. You understand, you know?
Give thanks for the vibration, one another, you know.
All the time, blood. All the time.
You're gonna get a better reward than busting their legs up to be living in this power thing here. Tell them in language them change for you and give them fun translation where you know most hear them.
Well, rise up, family. Have a wonderful day. You hear?
And my brother, you know.
Easy, man. Respect.
Give thanks, brother.
Rise up to Zach, you know. Beautiful vibration. We are here because we care, you know. 10 minutes to go. Brother Dougie.
Yes, I give thanks. Boy, the reason sweet, you know. This is music to the ears, you know what I mean? Oh, boy, it's just really powerful. But I know we go back 10 minutes ago. I just want to mention about the event very quickly on the 27th. And where we got your voice in conjunction with the Working Action Group. Present Building the Community. Now this will take place at the Parkview Academy, which is on West Green Road, London, N15 3RB. Now then, tickets are going very fast, so if you want tickets, you get tickets from Body Music, or you can phone me personally. My number is 07960 239 493. I've got another number which is 0788 240 3871. Repeat one more time, that number 0788 240 3871. And also, if people want to have a stall, there's not many stalls left for people want to promote their business organisation. Again, you can ring that number there. And more information, again, one more time, 0788 240 3871. And that's it, we've got so many speakers. We'll be speaking on that friend, Leah Mohammed and Esther Stanford. So, yes.
And you yourself.
Yeah, you yourself.
and we also have the 24th Jammers.
24th of September, yes. Yeah, we've got what we've been talking about today, and part of the Speakers Club is the platform to speak. The Talking Academy is where we impart the skill, and one of the topics we're going to be doing is the etymology and the Kemetic roots of words, which is the true roots of words, and that's what we're going to be breaking down on that day. That's Saturday, the 24th of September. Tickets are £10, but you can get your tickets for £8 here at Galaxy if you just say Budum and you contact Brother Aboo, Rahtata. You'll get your special £8 tickets here, only available from Galaxy for this event on etymology. And it's the day that everything will change. It will change your mind and the way you look at words, and you'll be able to generate your own power and throw away all these false religions and gods and the TV and the television. It's been a pleasure and an honor once again, Aboo.
All the time, blood. All the time.
You
know, on the rise of AV. AV production, all the time, blood. All the time, you know. Really professional amongst us, you know, because...
And as Les Brown, as Les Brown says, that'd be great to start. We have to start to be great. And it's essential to be great.
It's real blood, you know?
Yes, man.
Wonderful vibration. Wonderful vibes.
And I really love this preaching I've been to. You're very wise. You're wise, man. You're wise. You turn me spinning, man.
The one thing about it, we are family, blood.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
You know, you see, when we're there certain level, we can generate a certain vibes. That means that we're on the good vibes.
Yeah.
We're on that vibes. You understand? And we can't change it because we see how it work for us. You know, see. But give thanks all the time. All the time.
Yeah, man.
All the time.
And next revolution is a revolution of the mind. We means to go back, and they say everything revolves. So everything is turning back.
Yeah.
And it's bringing out the spirit, what we're doing right here at Galaxy.
Yeah, man. Give thanks.
Give
man.
thanks.
Wonderful vibration. All the time. Make a leave you. Not leave you, make a play this one for you. You know, I know Al-Qaeda Revivalist Movement is gonna come now and take it to a different level. You know, so rise up to each and every one. And after Al-Qaeda Revivalist Movement, we have Brother SG Vibes, another beautiful brother that's gonna take you right in the morning time. But for now, listen this. It's called Integration.
Aboo, man, you're bad enough. Good, man. Great job. Great job, man.
What is this?
Great job. That's lovely.
Integration.